what I have to do to wash my windshield. Hi, I'm Joni, and I'm with TheGalavan. This is TheGalavan. It is a 2015 Freightliner Sprinter. I got it in July of 2015 and had it built out in 2016, got it in May of 2017. I purchased the van to build it out and live in it full-time to travel the country. I want to see all of the national parks, which is a little cliche, but they're just such amazing jewels of protected land in this country. And I'm also just traveling around trying to talk to people about their health goals. Okay, so starting at the entry, I have a welcoming elephant to assist you into the van. And I have my fridge right at the door so that you can access it from outside or inside. As you come into the van, there's a full lounge, which, you know, for this size of a vehicle is pretty spectacular. I've got both of the cab seats that swivel, and then I have a bench seat that can seat two. And then back here, I have a board that fits in between the two counters, just above the bottom drawer, and it's a step up to the bed, and it's a comfortable seat, so I can have 5 or 6 people in here fairly comfortably. In the kitchen, we have a regular residential bar sink. I also have a faucet from Costco that's I think it's a Hansgrohe, so it's a nice faucet. One of the nice things about it is that I can pull this out and fill my water filter, which is right next to it. So I can fill it directly without having to move the water filter. One of the things with RVs is that you have a fresh water tank, and the water, you know, you fill it where you can and you use potable water only, but you don't want to drink out of that tank. So I have a Berkey water filter to filter my water. It's a gravity-fed water filter that gives me nice, good tasting, safe water all the time. Everyone always wants to know how I cook in here. One of the ways that I cook is with an induction burner. It just pulls out from the storage above the fridge and plugs in above the counter. Super easy. One of the things that makes it good for solar is that it cooks very, very quickly. Down here I have my appliance storage and jars. So I was using the induction burner mostly for cooking. Then I got the 3-quart Instant Pot, and it cooks so well and so quickly that I think the only thing I use the induction burner for is eggs now. The other thing that's in this drawer is the Vitamix blender. And I joke that I have the world's most expensive Vitamix because it has a really high draw on the electricity on the batteries, and so I had to upgrade my system. I have to have a 2800 watt inverter to be able to run this particular appliance. My closet is under the bed. It's one of the benefits of a platform bed. So I have my clothes hanging here. I've got extra pantry items underneath, and shoes and things over my battery box. My bed is a regular household queen size mattress. It's an organic latex mattress, so it's about 230 pounds. That's one of the heaviest things in the van. I chose upper cabinets that were open for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is I like the look of it. Another reason is that if someone else is driving, then you can actually use the edges as a handhold, so you can steady yourself while the vehicle's moving. The other thing is that you can see where everything is, and nothing moves out of these. I have not had anything fall out, and I've gone over some pretty good baubles. So I've got my closet under the bed, and this would be my dresser. You can see the wood here is apple ply. That is a really high-end plywood that's a green product that's made right in Eugene, Oregon. It doesn't get much more local. I think the apple ply shop is not even a half a mile from the shop that built the van out. I have a number of energy saving and green features in the van. One of the pieces is for my own comfort. So this is an insulated window cover. I have one for this window, one for the door window, and one for each of the back windows. They have raw earth magnets on them, so they just pop up. They're made of a raw silk, a warm window layer, and a felt layer. Green building was really important for me. I didn't want my van to be toxic to me. You know, it is a vehicle, so there's some of that anyway. But I wanted all of the things that I added to be as healthy for me and the environment as possible. One of those things is the flooring. It's a marmoleum. And I was able to just get a remnant from a carpet store. It is a linseed oil product and jute. Also on my floor, I have a handmade wool rug that uses scraps from the Pendleton Company. The counter is made out of Paperstone, which is a recycled paper product that is produced in Washington State. It's a very green product, and it's super heavy duty. So even though it's only a half-inch countertop, it's very, very sturdy. It has a great ability to span large distances. So that I could stealth camp in cities, I made a cab curtain. This is just a bedspread from a hippie market in Eugene, and then a blackout curtain on the other side that I just sewed it to. And so the decorative side's on the inside toward me, and then the boring side just looks like a commercial vehicle. So when this is closed and I don't have my shades on in the front, it just looks like an empty work vehicle. The $1,000,000 question, what about a toilet? Everybody always wants to know. So I have a hidden toilet. Under my bench. And just lift this off. If you've heard of a squatty potty, this top serves as a squatty potty in front of the toilet. This is not the most environmentally friendly way to do this, but it's what's working for me right now. Inside my toilet, I have toilet paper and mini poo powder. This is a powder that neutralizes the waste. It's part of the Cleanwaste system, which is kind of a backpack toilet. What I've done is taken a normal toilet seat that fits exactly over an oval wash bucket, and then I just line it with 2 bags, put a scoop of the poo powder in it, use it, tie up the inside bag. The poo powder neutralizes the waste so that it's legal to throw away in a municipal waste system. More environmentally friendly is my pee system. So, you know, this is pretty intimate details, but people need to know these things, right? Especially if you're a woman thinking about doing van life. I started with just a glass canning jar, and that was just a little too embarrassing to toss in toilets as I was walking up to public toilets. So I upgraded at Goodwill to a green plastic sport bottle, and I use a pee style and a pee rag. Pee into the bottle and then empty it out in any toilet. The nice thing about this one is people are always carrying water bottles around anyway. I never drink out of plastic, so I'm not going to be confusing this with my water. Let me introduce you to my garage. You know, every house has to have a garage, right? So a couple of things that I love about the garage. On this side is truly garage and storage. You know, garages usually have storage. Back here I store my juicer, my bike, and then I have several other things back there. Way back there is my inverter. I've also got tools. And then on this side is my utility room. Got a 40-gallon water tank. I've got a shower mixer valve. I've got a drawer for cords and hoses. And the shower, people are always a little confused about the shower. So what happens with the shower is this screws on the top. There's a suction cup that goes to the window. And I use 3 shower curtains. One here, and one here. In this funky little space here is just an opening so that I can get to a breaker box, and my water heater and my water pump are both back here. I have a 4-gallon water heater that's electric. These boxes were an add-on at the very, very end. I took the van on a trial run, and every time I rolled over at night, I woke up just enough to wonder about where my pillow was, or to make sure that my pillow wasn't falling down into the garage. So I brought my van back to my builder and asked him, do you think you could build some boxes on the doors? And so he did. What's great about these is not only do they keep my pillow on my bed, but they also allow me to have things like tissues and things, so extra little storage back here. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my van. I'm sure you probably have other questions, so just let me know in the comments below. I'm really happy with how the van turned out. All those months and maybe years of planning really paid off. There's a couple of things that I would tweak for my next build, which I do plan to do. I love building vans or designing vans, but for the most part, it's super comfortable, it feels very safe, and I just love living in the Galavan.